back to Voidheart Studios, and today, yeah, we're not done with stringers yet. Because I'm going to be reviewing the Leedle Dynamics First Mate and Corsair. The First Mate and Corsair are 3D printed blasters designed by Leedle Dynamics, and they are essentially kind of not two sides of the same coin. It's just they're both really simple single-shot pistols, and their files come bundled together, so why waste, you know, 2 videos talking about blasters that I'm going to give essentially the same links in the description. So, yeah, we're talking about them both. And also that would be 2 rather uninteresting videos. So yeah, we're talking about both. We're going to start out with the First Mate, because it's beady. So, start out with the overview of the First Mate. Starting up at the front, you have the muzzle. There's no in-strike barrel lug. God, I really am taking after Coop. Whatever. This is a 3D printed blaster. Going up to the top is the front sight, which corresponds with these 2 rear iron sights back here to give you a nice little sight picture. Which, I mean, if you're having to aim with a blaster that shoots about 22 feet, yeesh. You might just be a bad shot. Anyways, going back, you have the functioning mechanism of the blaster. To open the blaster, you strike this little hammer here, and then pull down the barrel until it folds into the grip. You have now cocked your string, or primed your string. Still don't know what the right term is for string. I think it's just primed like every other blaster. And you can now insert a dart. This is a break breech blaster. It's pretty cool. Now you can close it, or as I like to do, or I like to flick it into place, because I'm just that cool that way. And then the trigger down here fires the blaster. It can take both half-length and full-length elite darts. Just anything that's 50 caliber. I haven't tried 50 cal foam balls yet. I don't own any of those, and so I would need to utilize my group for that. But it might work with 50 cal foam balls. We kind of sell the pirate pistol aspect. Going back here is the grip, and it's relatively comfy for something this small, and for something, you know, part of the blaster has to actually go into the grip. That groove here doesn't impede the ergonomics at all, and I mean, again, you're not going to be holding this blaster much. This is not a primary. You're using this, in any case, as an emergency pistol. Like, even in, like, single-shot offals rounds, I hate saying this, but you're probably better off using a solo. This is an emergency pistol. This is something you keep stowed away in your pocket, and you pull it out when all your blasters are down and somebody's rushing you with a melee or something like that, but whatever. We're not done yet. Down at the bottom of the grip, there's a hole. The hole is for an extra dart. Now, it's actually kind of hard to get them back out if you take a half dart and put it all the way in there, and I really hope I don't decap this half dart. Knife time. Most of the times I've stuck the dart all the way in there, I've had to pry it out with a screwdriver or a knife. So if you are going to utilize this dart storage, then try to keep at least the head sticking out, so that way you can pull it out and, you know, load up and fire. Or you can store an emergency full length in there, and it just look really stupid. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for my overview of the First Mate. Let's move over to the big one, the Corsair. Up at the front, you have a really cool looking muzzle. I kind of like how, you know, I guess toothy it looks. It looks very, like, It's like got like teeth and stuff on the front, and it's really kind of cool. And then down here you have where the string hooks in. These little vent holes, I swear they look like they're power settings, but I wouldn't put it on anything lower than the furthest one out, because the furthest one out would be highest power, because even with the rope hooked into, even with the string hooked into this farthest forward one, this doesn't get much power. Neither of them get terribly much power in general, but yeah. Up at the top and the bottom you have Picatinny tactical rail. I don't know what much you would attach to a single shot pistol, but going back in this general direction, in this general area, you have again the functioning mechanism of the blaster, and this is how you prime and reload the blaster. To prime the blaster, you pull the front down, you insert your Mega Dart. This takes Mega, by the way. It can also take Elite. Included in the... We'll get to that later. Included in the files is an insert that acts as an adapter that will allow this to take Elite darts. But the person I commissioned these from did not make that for me, so it's whatever. I was only going to use these for Mega anyways. And of course, you pull the trigger to fire, and it shoots Mega. It can also shoot half-length Mega. You can also, if you do it hard enough, flick prime it, which is really neat. I like that. And I have taken to modifying one of my Corsairs. Yes, I said one of. I have multiple. I have 3. I've taken to modifying one of them, and I've just taken and put something in the top there. This little plastic piece here. I just glued that to the top of the chamber, and it makes the fit a little tight. You kind of got to push them in there, but it makes the fit really tight so you won't lose your darts. If I were to put this... Also, this thing has a really squeaky trigger, and I think it's because the person used a really thicker gauge cord for the hammer and trigger assembly. I might just restring that. If I were to put this dart in the other unmodified Corsair, wow, this one really retains half-length Mega. Allow me to make my point. We're going to shake this around. What the hell? The Mega Dart shook out of the other one just by the other time just by flicking it back up. I guess it really all depends on print tolerances, I guess. But yes, sometimes your Corsair can have issues with being loose. Sometimes, I guess. It depends on how worn your Mega Darts are, which some of mine are really worn. And it also depends on the print tolerances of your blaster. So, yeah. And of course, down past the whole functioning mechanism of the Corsair, you have the grip. And it has a sling mount, which is cool, because you can just sling this on your body like a pirate pistol. I mean, I have it, I put it in my holster for when I run it, because this is my new Mega Buster, my new Shield Buster, because it really makes, you know, it really does all that I need a shield buster to do, you know. It needs to be compact, able to be put in a holster, and to pop an opponent's shield from close range. Which, it does all three. Now, you are limited to close range and point blank, but since most of the people that use shields in my group also use melee, I'm not overly concerned about that. But yeah, that's it for the overview of the Corsair. Now, let's go see them both fire out on the range. Alright, I am out on the range with the Corsair and the first mate. And, yeah. Let's see him fire. I have 3 Corsairs because somebody in my group was willing to let me commission 3 of them. So yeah, I'm going to start out using full-length Mega Darts in the Corsair. The Corsair can take Elite Darts, as I've stated. It needs an insert, but the person I commissioned these from did not make that insert for me, so I will not be able to utilize Elite Darts or regular half-length darts in the Corsairs. Just the first main. So, yeah. Yeah, starting off with regular Nerf Mega Darts. Alright, switching to half-length Mega Darts. And I'm just going to be reloading this one as normal. The range with the half-length Mega is not the greatest. There we go. Gotta give it the old, you know, movie pose special. Really need to see what the cause of that creaky trigger is. I wonder if it's the thicker cord being used for the hammer. Alright. Now that the Corsairs are out of the way, I'm going to use the first mate. Starting out with full-length darts, I'm going to be using X-Shot air pocket darts. So yeah. Oh, I overshot it. Oh, I hit it! Lovely. Lovely. My problem isn't dart inaccuracy, because the darts are actually flying pretty true. It's the fact that this thing just doesn't have much power. But it's a single shot pistol, it's a joltoid, it doesn't need much power. No more bees cameo, please. Oh, it bounced off the table and into the pocket. Alright. Now I've got some worker 1 gram half-length darts. And Hope I can get more consistent performance out of these, because these are what this was designed for. It can just take full-length darts because it's got a deep enough throat. Oh, and it's the same with half-length darts. Okay. Come on. Come on, you. Hit something. I hit the table. Come on, you. Hit something for me, please. Park it. Really. Oh, I shot over it. Damn. Come on. Hit. Ah, pocket! In the small pocket, too. Nice. I love this thing. It's stupid, it's impractical, it's tiny, and I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, that will conclude the firing demo for the Corsair and the First Mate. Let's take them inside and talk about them. Oh, this spins really well. All right, we are back inside with the Corsair and the First Mate. Let's talk about them. Starting off with the practical stuff, I put both of these blasters up on my chronograph, and I achieved an average velocity of about 50 FPS with the First Mate, and I achieved an average velocity of about 52 FPS with the Corsair. Negligible. So yeah. Negligible difference between the two. But this one shoots mega. Which again, the practical usability case for this is great. If you play HVZ or if you play regular games, this is a really good shield popper or super zombie killer. Because it shoots mega and it's very compact. It's very slim. It's got a very slim profile. It can fit in a holster. It can fit in a pocket. It can fit in a cargo pocket. It can fit in a lot of places. But it's just an overall nice blaster to use. It's a good option for shield busting and just a nice little pistol. And if you like plinking with mega and you don't want to, you know, grab out a ginormous blaster that Hasbro made, you get out this and just have a nice little time target shooting indoors. I mean, you won't be punching holes in Whataburger cups, but still a good mega blaster. And it serves its practical purpose. It's basically just a full standalone pistol version of the Mega Master Key, which I have covered in a previous video. And the Mega Master Key is also a really nice practical blaster because it can do the same things as this, but it attaches to a blaster. The only issue with that being, it attaches to a blaster. You have to keep it attached to the blaster. This one you can just have in your pocket and use it for any loadout. Or have in a holster and use it for any loadout. And it works. I like it. Now on to the First Mate. For any practical discussion, we really need to discuss that this blaster is really impractical. Like, even as an emergency pistol, it's not very practical. It's pretty low FPS. I mean, it works. It functions really well. And that impresses me. It's a very small, very compact blaster. It's also extremely thin. And, yeah, if you want to use it as an emergency pistol, you very much can. It is very much usable as an emergency pistol. It's just not very practical as a blaster. It's great for plinking, and with it being so tiny, and you know, it's essentially a free file packaged in the bundle of the Corsair, because you get the Corsair and First Mate's files together. The First Mate is just a nice... It's a nice little add-on. It's a Jolt. It's a 3D printed, rubber band power, elastic cord powered, break action Jolt. I mean, what else could you ask for in a Jolt toy? I mean, it's fun, it's easy to use, and I mean, I can say it gives you one thing the Solo doesn't, and that is that the break action has a function other than loading darts. Because you can front load the Solo or the Cricket Pro and, you know, ignore the break action completely. Because it's, you know, grip prime, T-pull prime. But for the First Mate, that break action is integral to the function, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, aside from that, now talking about just my opinion, I really like both of these blasters. I think they're very enjoyable, and with them being so small, and they're pretty much completely inconsequential to print. Like, I was able to get this, I was able to commission this, printed and built, alongside this. Like, I got 3 Corsairs and a First Mate, fully printed and built, commissioned from someone in my group for $33 for all of them. All of them. That's the package price. $10 per Corsair and $3 for the First Mate. This blaster is so inconsequential that because I ordered something else with it, the person could charge me $3 for a blaster. A fully functioning single-shot blaster. I mean, the Solo costs $10. The Cricket costs $7. This, I got it for $3. And you could probably, if you could commission somebody with some with some fair prices, you could probably get this for $3 too. But yeah, it's just a really cheap and easy blaster to make. This is also just a nice easy blaster to make. It's a nice easy blaster to use. They're both easy blasters to use. And this one's fun because you can flick prime it. This one can also be a rifle. It has a grip insert that extends out into a stock and a muzzle insert that extends out into a longer barrel. So you can have a single-shot rifle if you wanted. That single-shot rifle that shoots mega, if you so desire. But, yeah. That's really all I have to say about the First Mate and the Corsair. It's a pretty simple review. Yeah. If you did enjoy this video, then please do leave a like and subscribe. Comment your favorite Leedle Dynamics blaster. Of course, I will leave buy links for the files of both. Well, I'll leave buy links to the files in the description, as well as I'll try to see if I can hunt down some Etsy listings for both of them. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!